Okay, welcome to the training. This is Richard Dang here, and I am so excited about what we have in store for you today. I am the Chief Business Strategist over here at Hunter and Hunter, and let's go ahead and get into it without further ado. Now, I am going to be moving really, really fast because we have a lot to cover. And so I ask that you take a pen and a pad out if you don't have it now, because you're going to want to take very, very good notes. Also, remind me at the end of the training, we're going to have free bonuses for everyone who is participating. Okay, so what to expect after completing this training? Well, you're going to know how to go out and immediately start earning around $12,000 per month with only helping 2 to 3 clients. Number two, you're going to know how to legally improve credit scores up to 100 points in the shortest amount of time. Okay. Number three, you're going to learn how business loans really work so that you can get money for yourself in the future or get money for others and get paid to do so. And number four, you're going to also have an opportunity to join our Insiders Club, where we train you on how to raise money for real estate investors. And also, if you are an investor yourself, how to raise money for your investments. Also, you're going to learn our exact step-by-step process, how we're helping entrepreneurs every single day, just like you, raise up to 100K in 90 days or less, regardless of credit or business experience. You're going to learn the common reasons why 43% of small business owners are denied funding and how to avoid them, saving you time and money. You're going to learn our process on how we're helping people with less than perfect credit get funding when other companies fail to do so. And of course, like I said, you're going to learn how to go out and earn $12,000 to $16,000 per month with your newly acquired skill, not only getting up to 100,000 for yourself, but also assisting and getting paid to help fellow entrepreneurs. Okay, so let me say who this training is not for. This training is not for someone who's looking for a something for nothing or some type of get rich quick type of situation. No, we work, but the beauty of our work is we have a high demand product and we get paid a lot of money for helping small business owners. This is not for whiners or complainers. We are high energy people over here, and we work with the best. And so we don't have time for people who whine and complain. And also, this is not for super smart people, the type. And what I mean by that, of course, is for smart people, but not the professional student type. And this type, what I'm talking about, is someone who wants to learn all of the information before they take action. No, we are giving you the tools so that you can take action in a step-by-step format, so it's easy for you to see results. Okay, now a little housekeeping. Please do not be this little guy right here. Okay, don't try to juggle your Facebook, your Twitter handler, your Instagram accounts, your emails, and so on and so forth. Because listen, I am not going to go back and give you information on something that we've already covered through training. And I don't know if we're going to allow you to be able to go back in and learn this stuff. So you want to take very, very, very good notes. Okay. All right. Now, let me ask you a question. How would you like to be in a position where banks and online lenders were chasing you down to lend you money at will? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got some folks excited out there, of course. And so, as an underwriter, we are privileged to know exactly what lenders are looking for. So, we're going to pull the curtain back and we're going to show you a little bit about the industry. And then we're going to dive into the training so that you can get the skill that you need so that you can go out and make money. And you're going to see why we're doing this, because, hey, it benefits us as well. Now, why are you here? That's a question that only you can ask or answer, rather. Why are you here? There is something that made you stop by and say, you know what? I want to take this training. Is it because you have a job, but you are looking for something where you can make a great income on the side? Is it a situation where you have a job, but you're not making enough money and you want to see if you can find something where you can actually go and learn a skill in a short period of time and take action and make money? Regardless of your answer, this is the place. And I don't know how you got here specifically, but I know one thing. We are helping tons and tons of people around the country. And so consider it a treat that you have stumbled across this training. Now, you may want to take a vacation and you may want to take a dream vacation. Well, you'll be able to do so with the information that we're giving you. You may be a person that, like the squirrel, I love this photo, by the way, but you may just be curious and you want to find out, hey, what's going on? You may be like this guy right here. You just pretty much hate your job. And if you can find something that can, replace your income and put you in a position where you're making great money, then this may be the stop that you need to make. Or maybe you just want to spend more time with your family. You're a stay-at-home mom, or you're in between jobs, something like that, and you want to contribute to your household income without taking on a job where you're swapping time for dollars. You may want to purchase a new vehicle, or you may be like this guy right here. The book says how to get up and get dressed. You may just need a little motivation. Okay, so whatever the reason why you're here, just consider it a treat. But here's the thing. I want to make this very, very clear. And that is that the reason why you should be here is because of this reason right here. And I hope you're here because of this reason. And that is, show me the money. Don't pull any punches. Don't give me a horse and pony trick. Show me the industry, give me the knowledge, give me the skill. Let me go out there. Let me put my best foot forward and let me make some great money. And if that is the case, then you are in the right place. Okay. Now let's go through the legal stuff. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about the company, a little bit about myself. And then that way we can dive into the training. Okay, so the legal stuff. Let me move my screen over here a little bit. All right, so I'm just going to read the top portion. It's on the screen. You can read it for yourself, but I'll read the top portion, and that is the information provided in this webinar and accompanying materials is for informational purposes only. It should not be considered legal or financial advice. You should consult with an attorney or other professionals to determine what may be best for your individual needs. We do not make any guarantee or promises as to any results that may be obtained in using our content, and a whole lot of other stuff that you can read right here. But the main thing about this is basically this is something we have to disclose, and in any situation, it's going to take some effort on your part, but we're going to give you the tools, and it's so simple a third grader can do it. Okay. Now, copyright. This is copyrighted material, so please do not copy this material, transmit it, record it, photocopy it, or any of those things. If you want to speak with someone in our office, then you want to direct that communications to Christy Applegate at hunter-advisors.com, and she'll be able to explain our policies regarding that. Okay, now if you decide that you want to copyright our stuff without our permission, guess what? We're gonna send our godfather to your house. Yes. Yes. Okay. Enough of the play, and let's get into it. Hopefully if I get a chance, I'm going to show you a client that just came across where we were able to get them $100,000. And that the client was not in that position before they came to us. So I'll try to sneak that in, but for the most part, I'm trying to keep a fast pace here for the sake of time. So let's talk about Hunter and Hunter real briefly. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, and then we'll dive right into the training. Okay, so who who we are. Okay, who is Hunter and Hunter? Okay, look at Hunter and Hunter like we're like a bridge to money. Okay, for real estate investors and small business owners, anywhere from 20K to 40 million. We work with people who need just inventory loans on up to people who are buying apartment complexes, which is one of our specialties, or even hotels, any type of real estate. You can reach out to us, and we will be glad to facilitate those deals for you. Okay, so we're located in Dallas, Texas, yes, but we operate on a national basis. All right, so a little bit about myself. Now, I am the chief business strategist over here at Hunter and Hunter. That's me right there, that little handsome gentleman right there. I don't really look like that now. I have grown a beard out and so on and so forth. They said it was trendy, so I did it. But at any rate, I'm a real estate investor. I am active, okay? I'm a loan underwriter as well as a business success coach. All right, so that's me, and I'll tell you just a brief story about myself because I think it's relevant to what we're doing here. And so I actually started my first business when I was 9 years old on the playground. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was selling candy to my classmates and doubling my allowance to the point to where it caught the attention of my mother as well as my teachers. And then at 19 years old, I went to a Carlton Sheets back in 1997. A Carlton Sheets. I don't know if you remember this guy, but he did seminars all across the country. Well, I went to one of his seminars, needless to say, paid. I didn't take the basic program. I paid almost $10,000 where I was coached into, and they actually coached me into purchasing my first couple of properties, and I started investing in real estate. And then after that, I invested in a company called Nextel. I don't know if you guys remember Nextel, but Nextel was a company, a cell phone company, very popular back in the days. And with Nextel, my partner and I, we owned locations throughout multi-states, okay? And we were doing really, really, really well for ourselves. And and out of the blue, Sprint decided that they wanted to buy Nextel. Can you hear me now? Remember Sprint? Okay, well, Sprint purchased Nextel, and in our scenario, because we was a Nextel, because we were a Nextel dealer, then it placed us in a compromisable position to where we actually lost all of our locations in less than 6 months. Okay, well, we had to shut them down because of the way that the pay structure worked with us, and we didn't want to transfer and become a part of the Sprint family. So we dissolved the company, and needless to say, within a short period of time, less than it took less than 6 months, but roughly about a year later, almost a year later, I actually went through a divorce. I lost everything. And you got to think about this. I was on top. I had never failed. And I was like around about 27, 28 years old, was doing really well in the community. Not a national, but a multi-state level, situation. And I lost everything almost overnight. I had to file bankruptcy, and it got so bad to where I had to actually, when I filed bankruptcy, I had to move out of my house into one of my properties that I was flipping. That's how bad. And it was the last property that I held on to out of all of my collection. So when I said I fell hard and fast. And it was a dark, dark, dark period in my life. Not only that, but my millionaire mentor by the name of Gene Parker, this guy, he actually showed me how to invest in properties outside of your smaller properties. Well, he passed away. That was about roughly about 8 or 9 years ago. And, so not only did I lose my business, but I lost my family. I lost, my mentor, someone who was very dear to my heart, all at one time, to the point to where I was in this rental property I mean, well, it wasn't a rental property. It was a fixer upper, and I was in this property, and I didn't have any lights. I actually was surviving off of bread and water. I mean, it was terrible. I would buy wheat bread, and I would basically drink water out of the faucet because that's how bad it got. And people say, my dad's a judge, so people would say, why didn't you do any? Why didn't you reach out to your family? My mom owned her own business. My grandparents been on their business. I grew up in business, sacking groceries in our grocery stores. I mean, we had several different businesses, but I had to go through that, and I wanted, for some reason, something just told me, don't tell anybody about your struggle. So I just toughed it out by myself, and it was just terrible. My credit was horrible. It was shot. So if your credit is horrible and shot, and it was just a situation where you find yourself in a bad position. I've been there. If you feel like you're broke, or maybe you're just not living up to your potentials, I've been there. I can relate with anyone because I've been on the top, and it's beautiful up here. But I know how it feels to be on the bottom. Okay, so you're not talking to someone who hasn't been there. I know how it feels. So, but anyway, enough about me. I just wanted to share that quick story because I know how it feels. So now, why are we doing this? That's the major question you're probably asking. What's the catch? Why are we doing this? Well, the catch to this is because it benefits us to train you. Okay, and what we're gonna do, and let me show you why. Let me just give you a quick snapshot of why. Because do you know that approximately 26,515 business owners are declined every single day? Now, I'm not talking about every week or every month or every year. I'm saying every single business day, 26,515 businesses are declined. Now, just imagine if you help one of those business owners with the skill, and we're going to get into it, but I just want you to think about this for a second. Okay, do you think that there's enough people out there? There's more businesses being declined on an hourly basis than there are minutes. Okay, so this opportunity is huge. Let me just go ahead and keep going. So how do you make money? Well, we're going to train you on how to overturn a bank decline, how to go in, optimize a person's credit, which is different from credit repair, which you're going to see in the training, but we're going to show you how to do that. And with that skill, you're going to be able to go in and do that right away. And then also, we have a program where if you refer those clients to us, we'll pay you 50% of the fees, and you don't even have to do any work. You just basically turn them over to us. We do the work. You get paid 50% of the fees. And then also, we have something. Now, the third thing is, not only, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to blow you. I hope you are excited as I am, because this third thing, when you see what we see and what we know about real estate and what's going on and what's fixing to happen, it's going to really shock you. It's going to blow your mind. Okay. And you're going to be sitting back like, man, I'm so glad that I took this training. Okay. So another reason why we're doing this, my slides. Okay. All right. So another reason why we're doing this, Zig Ziglar. I hope you guys remember old Zig. Zig was an awesome guy right over here in Dallas, Texas with us. Zig, man, amazing guy. He said you can have everything in life if you want, if you just help enough people get what they want. And it's a true statement, ladies and gentlemen. If you help enough people get what they want, you'll eventually get what you want. And that's the approach that we're taking on this. Now, why bank declines? Well, the thing about bank declines is you have to realize this. Everyone loses when a loan is declined, but not with us, because guess what? With the new skill that you learn, you're going to be able to take our clients or clients that you get on your own and get paid. And guess what? We're going to finance it for the client. So it's beautiful. It's beautiful all around the board. But look, who is this guy? I love this slide here. Oh God, I love my people that help me with this stuff. But anyway, so look, No one wins when a business owner's decline. Let me tell you why. Well, first of all, small businesses, they drive the economy. So let's talk about this on a real practical level here. Okay, so if let's say you have Betty's Bakery. If Betty Bakery is unable to fulfill her inventory needs, then guess what? No one can go and participate in her products. Okay, so then guess what? She may have to close her doors, or it makes a bad reflection on her customer service, and then that trickles down into unemployment. And then the stress, the weight that's on her shoulders of being able to get financing at the right time. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you ever owned a business, but I'm telling you, um, you have to have money to operate your business. It's the lifeline of your business. And if you don't have access to capital, you're pretty much out of business. Now, how does this scenario typically play out? Typically, this is how it happened. Okay, and this is I'm gonna show you how you fit in the loop real briefly, and then we're gonna dive deep. But I'm trying to give you enough overview so that you can understand and stick around. I don't want you to jump ship too early, thinking that this is just a normal opportunity. This is not a normal opportunity. This is almost a guaranteed income producing opportunity in more than one way. So typically you have a client, number one, they go to our online portal or someone's online portal, they fill out the application, they fill out the requirements, they submit for approval. It goes to, well, actually it has an algorithm that kicks certain applications out, but if it passed through the algorithm, then it actually goes to a underwriter, where the underwriter take a look at it and say, you know what, maybe we can do this, maybe we can't do it. They get rejected. Look how this is the normal. This is the norm, ladies and gentlemen. And so where do you fit in? Well, this is you right here, working from your home, working at your desk. And with your newly acquired skill, we're going to show you how to get clients. So don't worry about that part, but you will be able to charge this couple anywhere from $1,000, $1,500 up front to be able to help them with the skills that we show you. They don't have time to do it. Some of them can do it. The information is actually free. Now there are some tips and techniques and tactics that we know that you're going to be learning that's going to put you light years ahead of, just a normal book that you read, of course. But I'm just saying they can do it on their own, but most of the time they don't have time. You know how you feel when you're stressed out. You don't have time for that stuff. So you come in, you save the day, you provide a valuable service to these clients. Okay. And then guess what? You're going to get that payment up front. But then if you refer the client to us and we're able to facilitate a loan with them, charge them a 10% fee, we're going to give you $5,000. We're going to retain $5,000. So in this scenario, you would have made $1,000 plus $5,000. That's $6,000. Okay. I hope you're getting excited now. Okay. All right. So right now, let's just talk. We're going to talk about the foundation of the industry, our dilemma, and how you fit in. Now, this slide here, I started to take it out, but I left it in because of the mumbo jumbo of it. And just look at it. Can you read that? It says to go from where you are to where you want to be, you need a bridge. Okay, remember I talked about us being a bridge to business owners and entrepreneurs and real estate investors? Well, actually look at us like we're your bridge too. What's on the other side? What's over here that you're trying to get to? Are you trying to take care of your family better? Are you trying to, gather information so that you can help the community? What is it? What is your dream? What is your goal? Are you trying to fund your own ideas and ideas? Well, look at us like that bridge. Okay, so now look, let me tell you this as well. This is about a movement, okay? And when I say a movement, what I mean by that is very simple. When you get through with this training here, you're going to understand, okay, God, it's just not about me obtaining the skill to go out and make money. There's more opportunity. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it gets better. Okay. All right. So a movement isn't about creating ads or having people passively watch. It's about creating tools so people can take action. And that's what you're getting here. You're going to get actions. But when we were coming up with this, we said, well, what can we put together so that we know that people, what characteristics that we need in an opportunity that'll make it stick, where the people will actually be able to earn great money, and that we would actually benefit as a company from them earning that money, so that it's a win-win situation and also a win-win for the client as well. Well, we came up with 7 things. First of all, we said this thing, it has to be in high demand. Par none. It has to be something that is in high demand, because if it's not in high demand, why would you want to do it? It has to be something that's recession proof. Okay, because with the uncertainty of our economy fluctuating up and down, the stock market's going up and down, the housing market is close to a bubble, which you're going to see. You need a skill that is recession proof. Number 3, it needs to be results based and not time based. That way, if you have a career, you still can earn, $6,000 a month just by helping 1 or 2 clients. Okay. And it's not taking all of your time, and it's so easy. It's easy. Okay. Number 4, it has to be extremely profitable. In today's time, you don't have time to sell $5 products. Okay, if you want to change your life and you want to change your wealth, you have to have a high ticket, high demand, valuable product that you're able to deliver to a client, get results for them, so that you can build your business. Number 5, it has to have location freedom. You don't want to be chained to a cubicle or a building, so you can operate this business from your laptop. Okay, number 6, it had to be where anyone can do it regardless of age, education, and economic status. Now, I'm going to pause on education real briefly, because education, when I say that, what I mean by education is that it has to be something where a degree is not going to stop a person from being able to participate. Okay, now, my college buddies, they are they have degrees. The only one, my only friends that are basically working in their field are my attorneys and doctors. That's pretty much it. I have a physical therapist friend, but outside of that, most of the people, they are working in an industry that they did not go to school for. And that's just another rant. But I'm just saying, we wanted to make it educational friendly and economic, and make it where it's economical, where it doesn't cost a lot to get started. Okay. And number 7, skill versus degree. Basically, we looked at it and said, okay, of course, we're not offering degrees, but if you look at it from the term of a degree, look at it like this. A skill is something that you can learn very swiftly within a couple of weeks, that you can go out and start earning money with minimum amount of money out of pocket. Whereas a degree, it's going to take you a lot of time and a lot of money, and you may graduate and not be in your field. Now, am I against degrees? No, absolutely not. I love education. I just don't think that education should get in the way of your learning, as I think it was Mark Twain said. All right, so now there's big money in small businesses. Now, let me show you this real briefly. PayPal, they invested $500 million. Wells Fargo, $100 billion. All of these, Amazon, they have a loan product where they allow small businesses to give anywhere from $1,000 to $600. eBay, Square. The list goes on and on. These are non-banking people that said, you know what, there's big money in small businesses. So when you want to know where the money is, you got to follow the money. You got to see who's invested in what so that you know, okay, well, that must be something there. If you want to make money, follow the money. See what the big people are doing and just mimic it. That's all you have to do. But why people don't do it? Well, these are the things that hold people back. Credit and money. Most people don't know, they're not educated on credit, how it operates, or they're fearful because they feel like if they borrow the money, they're going to have to pay it back. Well, I would be afraid too if I didn't know where to put my money. But if you know where to put your money, then you want to borrow as much money as you can because that's how you get wealthy off of other people's money. Okay, you don't want to put your money at risk. Also, they lack inside information. Everything has inside information. I don't care if you go to Mexico, if you go to Vietnam, if you go to London, whatever country you go in, there's inside information. What I mean by that, there's a certain language that they speak. Okay, so if I were to go to a country, a foreign country, and I didn't speak their language, then I couldn't do transactions. I couldn't do business. I couldn't operate. But if you have the language, if you have the inside information, then you're able to speak the language. You're able to get results done. And that's what you're going to be learning on this training. And a lot of people just don't know where to start. Okay. And that may be you. You may feel like this. You ever felt like this? You just don't know where to start sometimes. Lost, confused, or whatever, where we're going to make sure that you're clear on this and that you have everything that you need to go forward in a manner in which you will be happy that you did. Now, here's the problem. Banks are not small business friendly. Okay, according to the National Small Business Association, 43% of small business owners said they couldn't even get money in the last 4 years when they were trying to get money. Okay. Also, and I'm sure you already saw this statistic, but the Small Business Administration says that banks turn down anywhere, basically about 70% of their loans. I mean, let me just make it that simple for you because I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm trying to go at a fast pace because once we get into training, I'll slow it down just a tad bit, but for time's sakes, we have to keep moving. But I want to build a case to show you why this is so an important skill and why we're doing it, and then how you're going to be able to actually go out, because I'm going to be honest, there is not that many opportunities like that, like this out here, anywhere. Okay, so it is, if I don't build that case for you, then you'll be sitting back on the other side of your computer saying, you know what, I don't know if I can do this, or show me, the catch. And there is no catch, ladies and gentlemen. The only catch is that you didn't know about it prior to this training, but there's people that know about it. I promise you. Okay, so let's talk about it. All right, so credit repair. Now, this is the visual that I want you to get in your mind because you're going to be a credit optimization coach, which is so much different. Credit repair is old school, like this old school typewriter, whereas credit optimization is new school. I like this slide here. Of course, I'm an Apple guy, but credit repair is like the very first Apple computer as opposed to the latest computer. Okay, Instagram. All right, so for some of you young folks, you may not know this. I know some of the students were laughing at the camera here because, some people don't remember the Polaroid camera. But if you take a look at Instagram's original logo, guess what it is? You see the resemblance there. Okay, all right, and then last but not least, the smartphone. This is really, really 20 years ago. Look, his radio, his man, it's so much stuff. His VCR, he got a VCR here. He has so much stuff that's piled up in his phone, from walkie-talkies to Walkmans to being able to, send messages and mail and so on and so forth. It's all here. So when you think about credit repair, just think about all of this old school technology. And now we have a new technology, a new way, a step-by-step process, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to show you how to do this with ease, just with a little know-how and skill. All right. So now let me go down. Let me look at my slides here. I want to go down because I want to go and see if any of you recognize this young lady here. Okay. I'm going to pause here. And if you recognize, just write it down. Let me know. And then also, oh yeah, the reason why you're here, write that down as well, because I'm going to be giving away something at the end of the training for that as well. But do you know who this young lady is? Well, let me tell you who she is. Her name is Lisa Stevenson, and you can Google her, but don't do it now. But she basically she designed an inside program at Wells Fargo for credit coaches, the same thing that we're going to be training you on, okay? And she designed this several years ago, not that long ago, but several years ago, a few years ago. And look at what she said. She said that some people are ready and others have to become credit ready. How are they going to do that without a credit coach? You just guessed it. Okay, so this is what she says. We realize that we want to be approving more people. And that part of the relationship with the customer isn't just approving them for loans, but being on the journey with them when they get declined. Okay, you see that? Being on the journey. So what she did, and matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to see if I could no, I'm not going to pull it up. I'm going to give you the link. But what she did is they had 12,000 people who were declined. And what they did is they set up an entire coaching team that coached people with their credits to help them go from a decline to an approval. Okay. And so that's where you guys are going to fit in, and that's how you are going to capitalize on this. Let me show you something here. See, with Wells Fargo, they have, an inside coach, right? Maybe looks similar to this. Okay, an inside coach working at a cubicle, whereas we have independent credit coaches like yourself, okay, where you're able to make all of that money up front because we, just like Wells Fargo, looked at it and said, you know what? We want to approve more clients. But how can we do it? Well, we can't just hire 1,000 people, but what we can do is we can train 1,200 people, right? And we're approaching our threshing floor. So if you, I hope that, well, I'm glad that you're able to get in right now. But we said we want 1,200 coaches out there. Why? Because we don't want to turn down all of our clients, right? That's why we have coaches that's working on our team to be able to turn these declines into approvals. Okay, so now let's talk about a little bit about the way lending work. And once we talk about a little bit about how lending works, then I'm going to take the time to actually get into training. But I wanted to show you why we're so excited about this. Okay. All right. So now let's dive into a little bit about how lenders work. Okay. The shocking truth about how lenders really work. Okay. And what it means to you as an inspiring entrepreneur, why credit and business experience really doesn't matter to us. Okay, now let me show you something here. Now, remember when I was telling you that banks are not friendly? They're not small business friendly. Well, in 2008, when all of that display happened, the banks kind of got tight because of regulations and so on and so forth. And so it emerged with what is called fintech, and that's financing and technology mix. So you had all of these companies now that wasn't around in '08 that's around now, that's approving people for loans. But here's the problem. See, there always with every blessing, there's always going to come a problem. But with a problem, there always come an opportunity for the person who can answer the problem. And you are the answer. Yes, that's right. You are the answer. So now what the fintech company they rely on data points. Okay. And with data points, the thing about data points is it's an artificial intelligence system. It's basically, look at it like a decision-making system where instead of a human being making a decision on an application, they take data points from all of these different locations. Now, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news with the Facebook, the recent breach on Facebook. See, this is stuff that we've been knowing for years, that we pull different data points from different sectors, different. Well, I have a slide for that, but let me just read this portion. I'll get to that. I'm getting ahead of myself. You can tell I'm excited. I mean, when you're making money and you're helping people and your students are making money, you have a reason to be excited. I'm just excited. So excuse me for getting ahead of myself here. This is a highly sophisticated product that can predict. This product is so powerful, and you know what, we've known this for a while, but Facebook and with this combined data, not just Facebook, but all of these different data points, and you'll see it in a second, can predict whether or not you're about to lose your job. I mean, that's how powerful it is. Up to 85%. Whether or not not that it can predict when you're about to be unemployed. It's scary, the knowledge that we know about. And I'm not going to be able to cover it all in this training, because the relevant part to you is the skill that you need so that you can go out and make money. But we have the information, and we will share that with some of our insiders just so that you will know how to do this. But as far as the skill that you need to make money right now, you're going to get that skill now. So let me go to that slide. So basically, this is how it works. You basically have an online avatar. Well, let me go to this. Have you seen your avatar? Lenders are no longer people, nor do they lend to humans. Now, that's a mouthful. What I mean by that is, and see how I got ahead of myself. This was a slide that I was supposed to go to next, but I got ahead of myself. And that is, I basically shared with you about the algorithm. See, the old school, you go to the bank and there was a human making the decision right here. Now it's new school where you have this algorithm making the decision. And I like this avatar picture because it just shows you the human element versus now. When you go to apply for a loan and you're wondering, we have people that have good credit. They get declined because this avatar, you have to know what the avatar is looking for in order to bypass the system. And not really bypass the system in a sneaky way, but what I'm saying is that you have to know what they're looking for so that you check everything off the list to make sure you're putting yourself or your client in the best position possible to get the loan. I like what Jake says, and this is a message for you on the other line of the screen, on the other end of the screen here. Sometimes your life depends on one insane move. I hope that this is the one insane move that you make that change your life forever. And you'll be like, I'm glad, maybe you'll get to meet me in person at one of the conferences. You'll be like, I'm glad that I made that move. Okay, so now let's get back to this. All right, so the power of humanology. That's a term that I came up with, and humanology basically means it's a hybrid between humans and technologies making these decisions. So look at this like the algorithm, and what this algorithm does is it goes out. Look at it as if it goes out and it collects data. Now, it used to be just your credit report that these individuals look at, but now no. Your online activity is a part of it. Okay, so what you do online is a part of it. All of your social media accounts, what the information that you like, the information that you dislike, the videos that you watch, even your friends, the friends of your friends. These systems make decisions based off of your friends' credit. Okay. And another thing, it's not just one system. Each of these companies, for the most part, unless they're a small player, have their own internal system, and they all look for different little blueprints. But one of the main things is your online activity. Okay, what websites do you visit? Do you visit? See, in the old days, it used to be like what magazines you were subscribed to. So if you were subscribed to the Wall Street newspapers and Wall Street Journal, you was subscribed to Robb Report, DuPont Registry, so on and so forth. These highly intellectual magazines, then it puts you in a different credit profile. Okay, but now no, it's like all the different subscriptions that you subscribe to, and so on and so forth. How much time do you spend on the internet? Because that's going to affect how you pay your bills. Okay, all right. And then offline. Now, have you ever noticed the grocery store? Have you ever got a loyalty card? Okay, the average individual family household, I think, has over 17.8 or 0.9 loyalty cards. So now it goes on to see whether where your loyalty cards are at. What type of points do you have? What do you purchase so every time you give them your loyalty card and you save a little discount, that information is going into the system, ladies and gentlemen. This is a data driven universe now. Everything trickulates off of data. So yes, I'm not trying to scare you here, because when you know what you're doing, it's all right. But I'm just sharing with you, we're living in a new economy, a new age, and you have to step up the program, and you have to be involved with people who know, who's on the inside, if you want to change your life, if you want to change your situation. Okay, so look at it like this: the system here goes out. It pulls data from all of these different places. Now, these are just some of the places, the main factors, okay? And of course, your credit report is one of the key factors, but these are heavy weighters, okay? And some companies only use social media. I'm telling you, it's crazy, ladies and gentlemen. So and then basically what it does, it pulls the data. It creates what we call internally here at Hunter & Hunter, an avatar. And that's basically what you look like on paper. I mean, in the cloud. So you don't look like this anymore. See, you think that the lender, you're mad. Some people are mad at underwriters, but the underwriters are not making decisions like they used to. Okay. Now they do. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is it's humanology, so it's a whole nother component. And if you don't get past this, you'll never get to the underwriter. That's the kicker. That's what I want you to know. So then it'll pull a different type of report. So it's not just the credit report. Now it's your avatar report and all kind of internal matrix that's built on this. And it has XX, check. Then, if it's up for manual review, then it'll get kicked to an underwriter for manual review. And the underwriter may take a look at things like your Google location to see if you have any pictures, a slew of things to see if you have any bad reviews, review sites. Your online reviews are heavy when it comes to this, and so on and so forth. So all I want to ask you right now, so far, I got a question for you. Are you excited? But can you hear me now? Now, this guy switched sides, but can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, ladies and gentlemen? Are you excited? Are you pumped up about the information that you're getting? But not only that, I'm hyped because I'm hyped, but I'm hyped because I know what it means. One thing I want to share with you real briefly, and that is when I went through that experience, I found my purpose. And my purpose is to help people, individuals that may be living under their potential, to give them tools and resources so that they can live up to it. So when a student come to me, see, when you have money, the thing that you want most is purpose. Okay, so once you get the money out of the way, it's a big deal when a student life has changed or they just landed a big client. That's what I live for, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. So let me see right here. Now, this slide, I'm going to skip that slide because that slide is mainly for individuals. But I'm going to go to this slide right here. And I want to just share with you. You see how now the reason why I got this slide up is win, 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 right? Now, reason why I say win, 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 okay, this is the Cleveland Cavaliers owner. This is LeBron James, and I'm not a fan. I don't dislike a light. I'm old school, so I grew up when Michael Jordan was playing. I watched the playoffs, but I just really don't get involved in it because I'm busy. I'm busy living life, so I just don't watch sports. I'm not a sports guy. Just to say, let me just say that, okay? Because I get picked on a lot about that, but I'm just not a sports guy. Consider me a nerd. I'm weird, okay? All right, so now win-win-win model. You win because this is the question I wanted to answer that was lingering in your head. Why are we doing this? Because guess what? We win when you are able to overturn a client loan and we're able to get them approved because that's money that we would have went without. You win and the client win. So not only, you see the fans back here? Look at them like the clients. They want to win. And then this is you are all-star, right? Because you are here, you're coming in, you're saving the day, you're putting on the show. We're over here, we own the team. Okay, so we're sitting back and we're making money because of the model that we've developed. But what's the beauty about this picture here and why I put this picture up here is because guess what? When the championship is won, everybody in this picture win. And that's what I love about what I do and what we're doing over here as a company. Now, I'm fixing to get into something really, really heavy here. And this portion here, this is kind of like the warm up because we're going to get into training, but I have to frame this for you because I understand that there's maybe some things that you don't know. And I know that you're going to get excited about it because everybody does. Now, this is some interesting things that you need to know that we are up to. And this is another component of why we're training our 1,200, our golden number of 1,200. Okay. And that reason is, do you know this guy right here? Let's see. Let me fix this. James Slack. Do you know him? Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go to a different slide, but just keep him in mind. Okay. James Slack. Okay. Now, let me find my slide here. Yes. All right. This was January 22nd, 2018. Now, I know you've been paying attention to the news lately. I know you've seen the data breach at Facebook. I know you've seen a lot of different things going on here, and I want to share you something with you. This rare bear who called the crash warns housing is too hot again. Now, why are we doing this? Another reason why we're doing this is because we're putting together a super team of individuals where we're going to train you on something that's very special here in a moment. This is inside information. If you're not inside, you won't know these things. So I have to kind of show it to you, and I'm going to give you the links so you can go and investigate this stuff yourself because we're going to actually get into the full training of the skill tomorrow. In tomorrow's training or in the next training, but I want to talk about the housing market because, ladies and gentlemen, if you position yourself right now, to be in a position to purchase property here within approximately about the next 18 months or so, you are going to be able to literally make some serious money. Okay. And for our insiders, you're going to get the full scoop on this, but I'm going to share this with you. This came out January 22nd, 2018. Okay. Now, let me go back here to this slide here. Let's talk about, well, no, I don't want to go to that. I want to talk about James real quick, because something is brewing and we know what it is, but this information is not always privy to, just your normal consumers, and or they're not paying attention to it. But James Slack, he's basically the guy that he predicted the housing market crash right before it happened. Now, there's another gentleman that I don't think I'm gonna have time, because I don't have him in my slides, and he may be. But anyway, let's talk about James. In 2009, he said, "Prepare for the buying opportunity of a lifetime." Okay, this is what he said in 2009, and the housing market hit. And guess what? Those who were prepared made tremendous amounts of money. And I'm just telling you, great money. Okay. 2018. This is what he said in 2018. It is 2005 all over again in terms of the valuation extreme, the psychological access and denial. Basically, what he is saying here is this right here. This is a whole nother, a different article. I apologize for that. I have to keep moving this, but I'm gonna go through it anyway. This is a whole nother article, and he is basically saying it's getting bad and something is coming. And let me share with you another reason why. I don't know if you pay attention to the news, but real estate is coming back. Will you be prepared to invest? Okay, now this was on March 22nd. So this was just last month. Wall Street bankers get biggest raise in 4 years thanks to their bonus. Now, what they're talking about is some of the laws that was rolled back from the legislation that was put in place to basically prohibit another crash. Some of those laws was actually rolled back. Now, think about this. You have Jack in January saying to be careful. And then January, February, March, 2 months later, less than 7 weeks later, these laws was rolled back. Do you see where I'm going with this? Okay. Now, here's another thing that you need to pay attention to. Now, this was in April 2017. 9 major retailers went bankruptcy. Now, listen at this was last year in April 20th, 17. Now this year, that Toys R Us and just I think I have that listed as well, but this was last year. So let me name them. These filed Chapter 11 right up under your nose. The Limited. Okay. Payless. Wet Seal, Radio Shack, H&H Greg's, Macy's, Sears, J.C. Penney's. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see what's going on here? See, when there's a situation that's taking place in the country, if you pay attention, when companies start filing bankruptcy, guess what's going to happen? Those employees are not going to be able to make their mortgage payments in a lot of situations. Now, a lot of them are renting, but not all of them are renting. A lot of them have homes. And so all of this is just accumulating and accumulating, because guess what? When they may be able to make a payment here or there, but when they fall behind and you have so many millions of people that's falling behind, then you're brewing a perfect storm for a real estate catastrophe. Let's take a look here. Now, this right here, this is USA. This is USA Today. How am I? Okay. All right. USA Today. Jamboree files bankruptcy. Closed 450 stores. Clary's filed bankruptcy. The Limited stores file bankruptcy. Okay, check out this slide here. Now, this slide here was from last month, if I'm not mistaken. And look at what it says now. And I'll give you links to this stuff because I want you to know for yourself so that when as we do the training, and because I want you to get in on the Insiders Club. It's not mandatory. The skill that you're fixing to learn, you're going to be able to go out and do that skill anyway. And guess what? We still benefit from that. So that's still a beautiful thing. And you benefit from that. Okay. But we want you to say, hey, you know what? Not only do I want to benefit and learn about the credit and actually go out and we're going to show you how to get the people so that your inbox is filled with clients. But as you're making money, we want to team up and have a strong team of about 1,200 people that's ready to go when this thing happens. Okay. All right. Now look at this retail apocalypse. 25 surprising facts that you didn't know. Now look at this. Let's see. It's difficult. 6,163 store closures and counting. 2017 is already one of the worst years on record for closures at the 6-month mark. Second only to 2008. Do you see that? Do you see what's happening? Do you see the contrast? Now, I just noticed that this article was last year, but the point is look, when the retail stores start having an issue, the homes mortgages stop being paid. And I'm not here obsessing over taking advantage of someone's downfall. That's not what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm saying is that you have to be prepared as an individual, even if you see this for yourself, for your home, to make sure that you protect yourself, but also so that you could put yourself in a position so that because someone is going to take advantage of it, it may as well be you. And I think you would agree with that. Okay. And so with that being said, I want to ask you a question. Are you excited, first of all, before we get into the mass training? Are you excited? Are you excited about what we have going on? I have a little something here for you. See, the beauty of this, what you're learning is you're going to be able to make money now, great money now, really good money now. Okay, and you're going to be able to make money later. Now, the decision that you make now will affect you later. I don't know how many of you guys remember the now and laters, but that is going to conclude this session of the overview. I hope you are excited. I want you to stay tuned because tomorrow I'm going to pick up a little bit where I left off, and then we're going to dive straight into credit optimization training, where we're going to teach you how to boost those scores up over 100 points, up to 100 points or more in the shortest amount of time. And I'm talking about really, really quickly. And if you think this is amazing, you are really going to be shocked at the inside information that we have on credit optimization and the things that we're able to do working with the laws and legally be able to help individuals. So if you are excited about this, I hope you are. And I'm going to conclude this portion of the training. And I think the next portion is probably going to be another hour and a half of just skill training. And then we'll have another 30 minutes, perhaps, of wrap up question answering and sharing with you on where to get your materials, your contracts, and so on and so forth, so that you can go out and make you some great money for you and your family. Thank you.